Moving into a nursing home is one of the biggest life transitions for the elderly, yet many of us never truly understand the emotional, psychological, and physical toll it takes until we experience it firsthand or witness it in our loved ones. The wisdom shared by those who have walked this path can help us grasp the true realities of aging and institutional care, realities that are often hidden behind well-marketed brochures and polished facility tours. Today, we uncover 6 harsh truths about life in a nursing home, as told by the elderly themselves, and explore the lessons they have learned, so you or your loved ones can be better prepared for this inevitable chapter in life. 1. The emotional toll of losing your independence. One of the hardest truths about moving into a nursing home is the profound sense of losing control over your own life. For decades, you lived by your own rules, decided what to eat, when to sleep, where to go, and how to spend your time. But in a nursing home, structured schedules and institutional routines take over. Meal times are fixed, visiting hours are restricted, and personal decisions are subject to the facility's policies. Many elderly individuals describe this shift as a slow erasure of personal autonomy, where every small decision, such as choosing what to wear or when to bathe, now requires approval from someone else. This loss of freedom leads to frustration, sadness, and in some cases, depression and anxiety. A common lesson from those who have experienced this transition is to prepare emotionally for this loss well in advance. If you have aging parents or relatives, start conversations early about their preferences, find ways to retain aspects of their independence, and choose a facility that offers flexibility in daily activities. 2. The pain of social isolation and loneliness. Despite being surrounded by other residents and staff, many elderly individuals report feeling lonelier than ever after moving into a nursing home. The reality is that most people form deep connections with their families, friends, and communities over the years, and being placed in a facility often feels like being cut off from the world you once knew. Many seniors find it difficult to build new relationships, as fellow residents may be dealing with health issues, cognitive decline, or simply a lack of interest in making new friends at this stage in life. The absence of genuine companionship and familiar surroundings leads to a sense of abandonment, with many residents longing for more frequent visits from their loved ones. The elderly advise younger generations to never underestimate the power of regular visits and meaningful interactions. Even if your schedule is busy, a 15-minute phone call or a weekly video chat can make a huge difference in their emotional well-being. 3. The stark reality of declining health and quality of care. While nursing homes are designed to provide care for the elderly, the truth is that not all facilities maintain the highest standards. Many elderly residents share stories of understaffed nursing homes, delayed medical attention, and a lack of personalized care. Some institutions focus more on profit than patient well-being, resulting in overworked caregivers who struggle to provide the level of attention that each resident needs. Bed sores, medication errors, and untreated conditions are common complaints among residents in poorly managed facilities. This is why elderly individuals who have experienced both good and bad nursing homes strongly advise families to thoroughly research and visit multiple facilities before making a decision. Look beyond the marketing brochures. Talk to current residents, read online reviews, and observe how the staff interacts with patients. Another important lesson is to have an advocate, whether it's a family member or a friend, who can step in when care is inadequate. For the financial strain that no one warns you about. One of the most shocking realities of moving into a nursing home is the sheer cost involved. Many elderly individuals admit that they were not financially prepared for the high expenses of long-term care. Depending on location and level of service, nursing homes can cost anywhere from $4,000 to $10,000 per month, and this cost continues to rise each year. Unfortunately, many seniors assume that Medicare will cover all their expenses, only to later realize that long-term nursing home care is not fully covered unless they qualify for Medicaid. Those who are caught in the middle, not poor enough for Medicaid, yet not wealthy enough to afford long-term private care, often deplete their savings within just a few years. The lesson here is clear: start planning for long-term care expenses early. Consider options such as long-term care insurance, savings plans, or hybrid policies that help cover these unexpected costs. 5. The heartbreaking reality of family neglect. One of the hardest lessons the elderly learn after moving into a nursing home is that family visits tend to decrease over time. In the beginning, family members may visit frequently, bringing snacks, gifts, and spending time together. But as the months pass, visits become less frequent, and some residents go for weeks, or even months, without seeing their children or grandchildren. Many elderly individuals describe the pain of watching their roommates receive frequent visits while their own children rarely show up. This neglect is often unintentional. Life gets busy, schedules fill up, and younger generations assume that their aging relatives are doing fine. However, what the elderly want younger people to know is this: a visit, no matter how short, is deeply meaningful. The joy of seeing a familiar face, hearing about family updates, or even a simple hug can make an enormous difference. If you have elderly parents in a nursing home, make an effort to schedule consistent, meaningful visits and involve them in family discussions so they don't feel forgotten. 6. The difficult truth about facing the end alone. Perhaps the most sobering reality of moving into a nursing home is that many residents spend their final days in solitude. For some, their children and loved ones are unable to visit due to distance, health issues, or personal circumstances. Others may have outlived most of their family and friends. The elderly share that one of their biggest fears is passing away alone, in an unfamiliar place, without the comfort of their loved ones. This realization forces many to confront the importance of making peace with life's final chapter. The best advice from those who have experienced this journey is to nurture relationships, mend broken bonds, and create meaningful memories while you still can. Aging is inevitable, but loneliness doesn't have to be. Prioritize spending quality time with your elderly loved ones before it's too late. Final thoughts: what we can learn from their wisdom. The decision to move into a nursing home is never easy, and the harsh realities of institutional care can be emotionally and financially overwhelming. However, by listening to the wisdom of those who have gone through it, we can prepare ourselves and our loved ones for this transition with greater awareness and compassion. Whether it's ensuring emotional support, advocating for quality care, planning financially, or simply showing up more often for those who need us, the lessons we learn today can shape a more dignified and fulfilling experience for the elderly in the future. Aging is a journey that we will all embark on one day. Let's ensure it's one filled with love, care, and respect.